Man, I'm old ass. I'm getting here to read this shit right quick to go.
Yeah.
So you probably like I ain't gonna. How long is the shit? Like a normal? Is it 4, 8? How long is it?
8 years.
It's 8.
Did they go back
term?
to re-election for 4 years or?
That's what I'm saying. Is it every?
It's 8 years.
Just one term is 8?
It's 4 years.
Okay, it's just 4, just like this. Yeah, you don't even think he gonna make the whole 4? Not only because he gonna get voted out. He probably like, man, my old ass probably gonna die.
Stop saying, guy.
But he just thinking like I'm gonna breathe this shit alone like
we are
that.
so screwed if he dies, man. We are so fucking screwed. Because the vice president is wrong. You never hear him talk. Have you ever heard the guy vice
How old is he?
before?
How old is he?
He lied.
70, but
He said.
How old is he really?
probably like 80 or something.
See what I'm saying? Well, how long you think he fucking finna be there? Exactly, man. I ain't know that. I'm finna get this shit and make me and my family for the rest more I can put on this shit before I pass away.
The vice presidency is way worse.
Of course, that's how you do it. You get your thing. Well, I don't know how they do it over there. The same way, I'm pretty sure you pick your vice president, right? Mm-hmm. So it don't matter. That's his board.
Yeah.
That's who. But sometimes it's just a person that helps you, can help you win.
That's his born the party.
But you still gotta have some type of same belief type of shit though.
The same person that the party chose. If you jump in like this, you feel like people will be so happy.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
It's your motherfucking hoes, Hope that damn mic working. Been here with my boy Olo on a special.
Wagwan.
Got Grant back on the tunes. So, y'all probably can't see that back there. Nigeria has a new president, and we're gonna talk about that. So, Ola, kick us off. What we got going? What does that sound like? Might sound good?
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah. You just gotta put it closer to your mouth.
Okay.
But yeah, one monkey don't stop a show. I think regardless, if, like I said, if we would have been president, everybody will hold him to a certain standard that we don't normally hold regular presidents to that we've had in the past. So for TINUBU, I feel it should be no different. If they don't want to fight, if they go to court and the court is just as corrupt or biased as we expect them to be, then we have to be persistent.
Yeah. For me, it's like it's a lot of mixed emotions, you know, because it's like a movie to me. And as I told myself, okay, I don't really want to watch the movie. I don't want to be part of the movie because I know it's just a movie and I know how it's going to end. It's like everybody else watching the movie, you get sucked in, like, okay, let me watch the movie too. But I knew how it was going to end, and fortunately or unfortunately, it ended exactly the way it's supposed to end. You know, our hero saves the day, gets the woman, and the villain dies and things like that. So it's the same movie. Anybody from Nigeria that says that they haven't seen this movie before,
you think I think this is just the middle part of the movie, like the climax, the part where the villain feels like he's won, and ultimately the heroes, which I don't think is just one person. It doesn't boil down to one person.
no, this is the part of the movie. You can chime in whenever.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the part of the movie where it's a sequel. Actually, it's a threequel, and the hero always wins. The hero always saves the day, and it's always the same script. It's always been like that. For me, we could talk about this as on a political level. I could go with you on a political level. We could start talking about Iron Neck and P2B having the opportunity to win, and 6 million votes. The
Stolen.
You know, we could go into the rigging of this election. Who's that?
It's a scam. How do I do it? Well, I just
Sam?
scam likely.
Oh, kill it. Just
It ain't saying where
the red dot.
It ain't showing me, just on the green.
Just hit the power button. Like
Yeah.
that.
So it's like we could talk movie talk, like, oh, what's the best movie? You know, what's the best horror movie ever made? Or we could talk real talk.
If we go on that level, the first thing I'll say is the people that made this system are not saying anything, cause somebody just dead ass fucked the system and rigged the election to his favor and paid whoever was in charge to get it done.
Hold on. Before you get too deep, we go deep down that rabbit hole. Could you explain to me what's the purpose? Why do you have that faith? Just earlier when we were talking and Doc mentioned the part about the movie script, and you said, well, I think this is just the middle, and you think, where's that hope coming from? Is that just faith, blind faith you're going at all? Or you think that there's a movement or something that you know may come about?
It's something that's inevitable.
It's just, so you're still going off of faith?
It's just a matter of time to me. Because the thing is, with Nigeria, just like the way my people my age, and it's statistics, it's by numbers. My population in Nigeria, less than 50% are not over 26 years old. So the more we go, the more that we stay connected and we keep on saying what we're saying, the more the change is going to happen, the more like the old people are going to phase away.
But so that movement has started. There is that movement. Okay, for example, how long this corruption's been going on for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Yeah. Let me finish. So it's been going on for a long time, and just based on what you're saying, so I can try to measure to see if this is it making a difference.
Yeah.
Was the election of the president before him harder to get in than him, as in so you can see like it's, or that's what I'm trying to measure why you're saying this progress can happen. Or why do you think they're not going to be able to keep doing what they're doing?
It wasn't.
Is it not getting harder? Is it getting harder?
It wasn't, even based on numbers again. It wasn't, because in the past we wasn't as aware as we are right now, and it shows in the numbers because Buhari won. Even just in 2019, he won his second term, and if you add the two people that follow him, first, second, third, if you add the second and third place, it's not up to what he got as number one. But in this election, if you add second and third, is way more. So that's to tell you that if you were to add PDP and LP, even though it's rigged and whatever, it still shows that it's a closer battle right now than it was 2019 when people were less aware and people didn't really think people didn't really care.
Okay.
Well, what I think as far as that's concerned is kind of alluding to what you might be touching up on. All that doesn't matter. The statistics is statistics. It shows, yes, there is more awareness, there is more knowledge as far as the internet. That statistics is showed from the vote. But like we said, if we want to talk about the movie, we can talk about the movie. If we want to talk about real, we can talk about real. Talking about the movie, the goalpost is always going to move. Okay?
Yep.
We always going to find a way for the villain to lose. Even though we know the villain has Bond right there, got the laser on him, got everything, Bond ain't going nowhere. But there's going to be a way that Bond is going to wiggle out of this.
Yeah.
That's my point. And all of you that's watching, that suspended your reality, and it's like, oh man, maybe this is the time that the villain's actually going to kill Bond. They might appease you, but if in appeasing you, they take it from you. There's a reason why they're appeasing you for that time, because I do believe that Bond did die in one of the recent ones. I'm not sure, something to that effect. But there's a reason why they do that.
Yeah.
Now, the point of the whole matter is there are script writers. There are people that get behind the scene and say, do we want to kill Bond or do we want to let him make it? That's the level of thinking that our people are not able to think on. You see what I'm saying? So
they're not educated in that kind of way. And they don't have the access to information as easily as other people would.
So the numbers show that
like that.
So the numbers show that a lot of Nigerians are being more educated.
It shows, but we haven't gotten even there yet.
We haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
So we're in the movie.
Getting there.
In this movie, we know that we haven't gotten there, and you were saying that we're going to get there. Yeah. And I've been watching this movie all the time, and I know that I looked at the script writers and I understand why they always want this ending. This is how they want the script. I look at Hollywood, I look at the script writers. I don't look at the movie and hoping that one day we're gonna have a Django. I'm looking at the niggas that write this shit, and I'm like, okay, I understand why you motherfuckers think we're gonna do.
There is a much misunderstood phrase, and that phrase says, "Do not die in their war." I have found that that phrase has been appropriated by those who would counsel doing nothing. So they believe that when I say do not die in their war, I am counseling inaction, disengagement, and isolation. That would be most foolish. Do not die in their war simply speaks to the fact that you must be strategic in deciding exactly what wars you want to fight.